I, Cllr Belinda Kayser-Echeozonjoku, stand before you today to table a motion for the dissolution of the Johannesburg City Council in terms of Rule 91 of the Standing Rules and Orders of Council. The call for the dissolution of the Council is not one made lightly, but rather out of deep concern for the current state of governance in our city. It is evident that the Council has been marred by inefficiency, infighting, squabbles of positions, and a lack of meaningful progress in addressing the pressing issues facing our residents. The decision to dissolve the Council should be seen as an opportunity to reset our city in a way that better serves the needs of our residents. Over the past year, we have witnessed a lack of effective leadership and an inability to address key challenges such as water crisis, power supply, and other service delivery related challenges. All of this contribute negatively to the economic growth of our city. Residents have to beg for services to be actioned. It takes weeks for sewer leaks and water leaks to be fixed, which could result in a humanitarian crisis. Residents have, over the past week, been without power, without water in some areas. Our residents are not getting services. Over the past month, load shedding had been taken over by City Power from Eskom, without adequate arrangements being made to ensure minimal disruption. We have seen the city have 4 mayors since the 2021 elections. We have seen the lack of respect for the rules of council processes and resulting in decisions in this council being challenged in court. Losing the city, reputational damage, and money that could be used for service delivery challenges. We have seen roads explode, buildings on fire, due to lack of maintenance and bylaw enforcement in the city. We have seen lines blurred between the executive and the legislative arm of council. We have seen the rules being ignored and create an environment that enable corruption in our city and thereby a lack of accountability. We have seen motions in this council that have cost implications without any regard of how it will be funded. Madam Speaker, when you have debt collectors collect 500 million rand in 2 months, and the very same debt collectors don't get paid for 6 months, we have a crisis. When the city has to acknowledge that they cannot pay the debt collectors, and only once it becomes public, it is done, then we have a crisis. Right now, despite assurances from the MMC of Finance in the media, we are not sure whether salaries...
Cllr Belinda, Councillor Boer.
Madam Speaker, with all respect, I think this council is very confused now. The motion that we are having in front of us is not the same speech that we're getting from Belinda. Can we just stick to the motion, please? Thank you.
Councillor Belinda, please stick to what you... Thank you. Councillor Belinda, carry on.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I think it's my motion, and I can read how I say it.
Councillors, I can't hear the councillor.
May I proceed, Madam Speaker?
Yes, you may.
Right now, despite assurances from the MMC of Finance in the media, we are not sure if salaries is going to be paid in December and January, because it is alleged that grants are being used to pay salaries. I think we can all agree, Madam Speaker, the revolving door of mayors and speakers does not inspire confidence for investment within our city and economic growth as well. Madam Speaker, we have irregular decisions that are being made in this council. Dissolving the council would allow us to start afresh, free from the constraints of past divisions, and give power back to the residents of Johannesburg with an election within 90 days as prescribed.
You have
It
2 seconds.
presents an opportunity to constitute our council with a renewed focus on transparency, accountability, and efficient service delivery for all our residents. In conclusion, I urge all councillors to seriously consider the
What do I